For those unfamiliar with the term meta in film and television, it's when an awareness of the outside world is displayed in the universe we're in. When a movie knows it's a movie and references it. When a character speaks directly to the audience, acknowledging them. Or my favorite example from the Wes Craven film Scream, when Jamie Kennedy is watching John Carpenter's Halloween, and Michael Myers is coming up behind Jamie Lee Curtis while Ghostface is coming up behind Jamie Kennedy. We hear Jamie Kennedy say, "Jamie, turn around. The killer's right behind you. Jamie, watch out." That's meta. It's a style you can love or hate, or one that can be disorienting on a first-time watch if you're not expecting it or don't fully understand it. Charlie Kaufman, writer of films such as Being John Malkovich and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, is a master of meta, and his film Adaptation from 2002 seems to bother and confuse a lot of people. I'm going to take you through the film and explain it under the meta lens. This is Adaptation Unlocked. So, Charlie Kaufman wrote this movie about himself trying to adapt Susan Orlean's book, The Orchid Thief. And the opening scene is the character of Charlie Kaufman, played by Nicolas Cage, talking about how he wants to adapt The Orchid Thief. The movie we are watching is the adaptation of the book, and it's the story of how Kaufman came to adapt it. What he wants to do with the script is capture the essence of the book, which is simply about flowers. He wants to, quote, let the movie exist other than be artificially plot-driven. He doesn't want to ruin it by making it a Hollywood thing, like making it about some kind of orchid heist or changing the orchids into poppies and making the movie about drug running. I don't want to cram in sex or guns or car chases or characters learning profound life lessons or coming to like each other. The book isn't like that, so he doesn't want to make the film like that. In the film, Charlie has a fictional brother named Donald, also played by Nicolas Cage. Donald wants to be a movie writer too, but he sucks at writing, according to Charlie. And even though Charlie thinks it's typical Hollywood garbage, Hollywood seems to like Donald's scripts. They're about cops and serial killers and car chases and multiple personalities and all the tropes Charlie hates. Charlie's trying to adapt his book into something special, something that isn't typical, and his fictional brother is writing a crappy Hollywood script that people in Hollywood love, and he hates that. At this point in the film, we're still watching the film of the adaptation of the book. We get scenes from the book with a brilliant character named LaRoche, and we discuss flowers. This is what Charlie wanted to do, write a movie about flowers, and this is what we're so far getting, a movie about flowers. It's working. 2/3 into the film we're watching, Charlie is 2/3 of the way through adapting the script, and he hits a snag. He doesn't know where to go from here. So even though he hates it, he goes to a seminar being presented by another scriptwriter played by Brian Cox. He convinces Cox to go to a bar for a chat about scripts, and Charlie tells him about what he's adapting. Brian Cox says this: write whatever movie you want for the first 2/3, but the last act of it, you have to wow them. Wow them in the end. Find an ending, and don't cheat. Whatever you do, don't use Deus Ex Machina. What's brilliant about this is that Brian Cox is himself Deus Ex Machina. He's come in to solve Charlie's problem. Charlie has to somehow wow the audience with the end of his film, and we, the audience, are coming up to where a climax should be. He's got to nail the ending, but he has no idea what to do. So defeated, he goes to his fictional brother who writes crappy Hollywood scripts and says, how would you finish my movie? This is where the film takes a turn. When I ask most people about this film, they say it lost them in the last act. And here's the unlock that I think most casual viewers miss. Charlie Kaufman's fictional brother Donald writes the end of the film. Up until that point, the movie we've been watching was written by Charlie Kaufman. It's about flowers. Now Donald has taken over, and guess what happens? It becomes a typical Hollywood thing, like making it about an orchid heist or making the flowers like poppies, where it becomes about drug running. Susan Orlean gets romantically involved with one of the characters, and we cram in sex, guns, car chases, and characters learning profound life lessons and coming to like each other. In order to make a movie that's just about flowers, Kaufman got to make 2/3 of that film, but he had to wow them in the end to get it made, which is why everything about the ending is purposely typical Hollywood garbage. And that's meta. That's Adaptation Unlocked. See you next time.